Be called scuffed.
Oh, wait. Now, actually,
Scuffed.
I would be 100% down.
This stuff, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I think that explains all of us.
Well, we can always ask the chat too what they think our names would be.
Yeah.
Scuffed. First episode of Scuffed.
I mean, I'm kind of down with team diversity.
Oh, no one's live.
Like
bro.
having a title that means nothing to what we're talking about would be great.
Yeah,
Bro,
dude.
why is my camera backwards in your thing?
Nothing.
It's like flipped horizontally. I don't know
Hold
why.
up.
Okay, it's my bad.
What are you using?
Let
Snapcam?
me mirror, and then maybe this will work.
Yeah. I'm trying to see if I can't flip it by itself. There we go. Look at that layout, that 4x4. Oh my god.
Looking clean.
Okay, here's the only thing though. Trash is the only one with no LED lights in the background. We need to
I know,
fix
dude. I
this.
look like the most unprofessional streamer in the world.
I mean, you
which is
are.
on brand, so I guess it's okay.
Everyone tell True to buy a mic, by the way.
Oh, true.
I thought
Wait. I was just thinking about this. Why don't you get the Elgato Wave 3?
She has one. It's sitting upstairs. It's not a dynamic mic. She needs a dynamic mic.
True. That's very true. Yeah. Weren't you thinking the MV7? Okay,
I'll
so
probably get it. I'm just being lazy.
okay. Amazon right now, do it. You're literally live. Go on Amazon right now and buy it.
Okay, I'll do it.
Oh, you're live right now? Shit.
Oh yeah, we live.
I didn't know that.
What? Bro, I literally said I'm going live.
Trash just sitting here fucking
Bro,
munching on
eating.
this fruit roll up.
Bro, this man, every time I tune into a stream, he's got some sort of kid snack, dude. I can't.
Damn.
Fruit roll-ups, red vines, Funyuns. He the only man I know that eat Funyuns.
My dad eats Funyuns.
Oh, okay, that's two. That makes two people in the whole
I mean,
world.
it's on brand. Like the oldest people that I know.
Like if you're past like what, 12, 14, Funyuns should be excluded from your diet.
It's child.
Dude, look at the boxes in the background. You can't even read
I'm
his
trying to get it
Trash
together.
No
logo
wonder
because-
Trash is always so close to getting doxxed, dog. Because all of his packages are literally right there.
Okay, I can talk now. Let's go.
Okay.
Fuck, dude. Yo, my life is so hard.
Dude, you are single-handedly convincing me to never have children.
You shouldn't, dude. It's fucking stupid.
Don't
Wasn't
you have
worth.
two?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did it once, and he's like, that was
It
awful.
felt too
Let's
good,
do it
you know what I'm
again.
saying?
Bro, yeah, like if this isn't walking birth control, I don't know what is. Like,
Wait, are we live for real? Yeah, fucking.
yes, yeah.
Oh my
We ain't fucking about right now. We live.
All right. Let me fucking. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. Oh no, hold on.
Jesus, man, this man needs to tune in.
I'm sorry. You see me taking care of my baby?
I mean, homie low-key was taking care of himself.
It's true. It's true. Oh my
Trash,
God. All right,
trash. Like,
I'm ready. Hold on, I get my camera face.
did you put your makeup on?
Yeah, I'm good.
I know Jordan was. That's what Jordan was at.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
dude. I was in a meeting yesterday, and I know she meant well by it, but the person I was in a meeting with was like, "It's your like second week, and you look like shit." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm sick, and I haven't been sleeping well. Thanks."
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. When you turn the camera on, I was like,
Bruh.
"You look kind of sick, dude."
What
Dude,
kind
I
of,
feels.
what
I
kind
am.
of company you work for that like openly is okay with saying you look like shit in a meeting?
She didn't say you look like it was a one-on-one, and she didn't actually say shit. She just said,
Yeah.
You don't look good.
Yeah.
I'm interpreting a little bit here, but the intent was you look like absolute fucking shit.
Yeah, like you need to go get a haircut, do something. Fuck.
Yeah.
Is this with your manager?
No, this was with the product manager.
Damn, a PM gave you that shit? Oh, personally, I
Did you
wouldn't take
put them
that.
in their place? Put them in their place. Like, first of all, you're a product manager. Second of all, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
I'm just
fuck.
kidding.
Any
I'm
PMs in
just
the
kidding.
chat?
I don't know. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Juicebox.
No. I mean, I have a strong. I actually really like my PM, but I have a very strong opinion about PMs that
Oh,
I've said a lot.
let's open up that can of worms. Let's get it.
I mean, it's very uninteresting. It's just I think most PMs are net negative to the companies that they work for, and then like fail upwards through organizations. But I think the same thing about like most like low level engineers for what it's worth, and most over opinionated high level engineers. I don't think anyone is really safe. I think companies accidentally succeed. Everyone is awful, I think, is kind of like the takeaway.
I agree. Everyone's awful. Everyone's awful. Trash, any thoughts? Concerns?
My PM just left to go to Apple. So, like, she's having a go away happy hour today, and her last day's tomorrow. I'm just like, I don't know what you did, but
dude, my go away happy
But
hour
good
is
luck.
the most awkward meeting I've ever been in.
How the fuck did y'all get I didn't get any.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to be more impactful.
damn.
All right.
Actually, mine was awkward because no one knew. So I had just changed teams in January and I left in May. And from January to May, I didn't do anything. Right? Like, this is kind of a public fact, but I didn't work.
He just made thousands of dollars.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
By
He just sat there and
existing.
cash
Just
grabbed.
by existing, he was
Right,
getting
right.
a lot of money.
But so I had my like going away happy hour, and like they're like, does anyone want to say anything to Jordan? And it was just nothing. Like no one. I hadn't worked with anyone on the team. So like one guy who I'd worked with a little bit, he chimes in. And he's like, hey, it was really great working with you for the last 4 years. And I was like, thanks. And then just dead. Just the room goes silent. Like 20 people in this room. I don't know any of their names. I couldn't even tell you now any of their names. I don't remember my manager's name. But yeah, it was the one of them chimes in and is like, we didn't really work together, but best of luck.
Dude, when I left Hulu, they had a virtual happy hour. I didn't even fucking go. I was just like, nah, I'm good.
No.
And I just fucking didn't go because it was my last day. And it was like scheduled for like an hour before I turned off my laptop. So I was just like, I don't know any of y'all. So I just like, because I left the team, I transitioned teams. So pretty much I went on paternity leave for 5 months, came back, quit. And then I was on a new team and I was like, I don't know y'all. So I just like pretty much just like raked in five months of free money like Jordan and then straight peace.
Aren't you contracting?
Yeah, this is my contracting computer right here, baby.
Are you contracting with them?
No. This is for the government. So I have like this fucking piece of shit Windows thing.
I was gonna say, what is that hunk of junk? That shit could kill somebody.
Dude, this thing weighs like 40 pounds. And
Oh, look
it
at those
takes like
bezels.
5 minutes to just change directories in my terminal. Fucking hate it. But, it pays a lot. So I'm making money right now. I'm charging it. I'm charging this. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I was in a meeting today for them and they were just talking about video games for an hour and I just had it on mute and I was like, whatever, I'm just going to charge this.
There's no shot.
Yeah, dude.
There's no shot. Wait, so are you contracting and doing Netflix stuff?
Yeah, man. Did you hear Jordan? He didn't do anything for 4 months, 5 months.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you.
I'm just gonna double dip.
I'm gonna tell you the secret of Netflix engineering. There
Hold
are
on, let me get my
amazing-
notebook.
Oh yeah, for sure, dude. There are amazing engineers working at Netflix for sure. There are people who are doing things that I can't even begin to fathom technically. And there's people who are just like really solid, really good at executing. Half of the engineering org is doing nothing. You could
Stop
probably
calling us out, dude.
I worked there. I know this
Hey,
firsthand.
he says this trash is literally here. This is
I
all
mean,
I'm
What do you
saying.
mean? I'm working. I'm gonna start working.
And Trash can probably, he can don't get me wrong. You can't it's hard to get yourself into a position where you could actually do literally nothing. But I could probably hand pick easily 25%. And I think probably up to 50% of the engineering organization, fire them and you wouldn't even know. There would be honestly, productivity might go up because there's a lot of people who are just like don't do anything but are like opinionated for some reason because they think that they can be opinionated while doing nothing and generating no value. But yeah, there's a big like chunk of people coasting at that company for sure, and I think they get away with it because it's like a big enough company. There's like every engineer is really individually like siloed. Like every engineer kind of does their own shit. So you can kind of get away with it a lot more. I don't know if content is any different, Trash.
It's a little bit because we're more like product driven, at least on
Right.
my team. So like obviously there's always a need for something. And if I'm not doing anything, then that something's never gonna happen. So there's like some sense of accountability, but it's like to the point where I can just still vibe. And
Yeah.
they don't give me a deadline. They're like, can we at least work towards this goal? I'm like, yeah, sure, but I'm not gonna give you like a deadline when we arrive at that destination. So I
Yeah.
kind of just like chill. But we're also like understaffed, obviously, because of all the shit that's happening. So like I'm wearing a lot more hats than I usually would. But
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, like
fine. It's job security.
It's in
whatever.
your best interest to do work. Don't get me wrong. But like, how long do you think you could, like, so long as you kept dialing into meetings and like being in Slack, how long do you think you could do like zero work before and you even got any feedback that you weren't doing any work?
So for my team, I don't think it would be that long. Maybe a week, 2 weeks.
Just
a week or 2 weeks tops, because like some stuff that comes through is like pretty easy things.
yeah.
It's like,
You
yo,
can't
this is
just-
broken. And I'm like, yeah,
justify
it's
not
like, yo,
to.
this button color is the wrong color. I'm like, yeah, it'll take me like 3 weeks to do it. Like, that wouldn't work,
Yeah.
right?
No, you just say there's other higher priority things that you're doing.
That's true. So like a lot of things I am doing is a lot more like internal refactoring. So there's like no visibility to the actual user. So I pretty much just say, yeah, I'm working on it. And they're like, okay. And then I'm just like, go live on Twitch like right after that.
I think you're being too generous. I think you could get away with a little bit. If you're clever, I think you could get away
I
with
think
it.
I could for sure, but I also I don't have anything else to do.
I'm not saying do this. Don't give me. I mean, I mean, like plus you can coast and do minimal work and still like. I mean, also I'm not implying that you're doing this, but like you can just do like a little bit of work and be fine and not have to juggle things.
Yeah, so my mindset of like how I work has drastically changed. So like obviously as I progress through my career, it's like I want to work at one of these big companies, probably Netflix or something. And then now that I'm here, I'm like, okay, I proved to myself I can get here. There's no reason for me to like work that hard anymore. So I'm kind of just like chilling, but like obviously I'm still being impactful at the same time.
Right.
But like I'm not like my mindset of where I need to prove myself to everybody isn't as urgent as it was before.
You don't have
like,
that youthful drive.
Yeah. So like I'm still very opinionated. I'm still like pretty loud in the rooms, right? Whether I'm right or wrong, I don't give a fuck. I'm still gonna scream. I'm just kidding. But like it's like, okay, I made it here. There's probably some general assumption that I'm like okay at my job. So it's like now I don't have to like, kick and scream and be like, I'm like, we should do this or we should do that. It's kind of like I think like at least this is probably the first time, and I'm not saying like everyone at Netflix is like a genius, but like this is the first time where like I don't really have to worry about everyone else doing the wrong things, right?
The general competency at Netflix is actually pretty high, especially compared to most places I've worked.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, okay, I'm just like, okay, I trust you to do what you want to do. Whether I disagree with it or not, I don't know. But I'm kind of just like vibing. Like you said, we're all kind of siloed in our own thing. So like I have my job to do, you have your job to do. We likely won't actually cross paths, but we're on the same team and I'll see you at stand up. That's about it. Right.
See, that was my experience at Plaid. Like with the whole siloed thing, being on support. Like we're all just doing our own tickets and doing our own thing. So it's like there's really no checkup. We had like a set number of tickets we had to hit every week or every day or whatever.
What the fuck?
But
set number, take it.
Yeah,
quotas.
Yeah, we had quotas kind of, but I mean like because we had a huge backlog for the longest time. Like at one point our team was 3 senior people and like 6 juniors, including myself. So it was just huge backlog because we had to do trainings and all that stuff. But literally I would do like what Trash did. I'd do 5 tickets maybe in the morning, hop on stream and then just like figure it out later. Like, did Jordan freeze?
No, he's just
Oh shit! Oh
No, I
fuck,
thought
bro!
Jordan-
That shit threw me for a loop, dog. I'm like, this man didn't blink, no bro, no noise, no I'm like, hey, True, go check on your dog. My man's
I-
frozen.
I did that, and then
thought he froze.
I was looking at myself in the camera, and I was like, I look like I'm frozen. I'm gonna see how long I can keep this up.
Yo, dude, the funny thing is you did that, and the only person I could look at was you, because I was like, oh fuck, we lost him.
Oh my god.
Oh my fuck, dude. But yeah, like that was the shit I would do. Is like when I had a set number of things, I was like, all right, I'm gonna try to do the most minimal thing and like just go on stream and then like work later.
I feel like a lot of companies are not, you know, I think like those types of structures I think are like generally poor, like where you have like numeric quotas.
Yeah.
I worked for a company that was trying to like evaluate me based on like Git commits and things like that. Like there's a lot of like backwards way to try to evaluate progress that is still in the industry and is really unfortunate.
Yeah, and I think like, I mean, metrics or KPIs in general are really hard. Like with for DevRel, it's like, what do you measure? Like what's like, because for me, one of my KPIs that I had to like, or one of my metrics that I had to own was like Twitch streams. But what do you measure? You know, like average viewers, that shit changes all the time. Fucking followers means nothing to the company, at least. Like what is that? You know?
How does that work for like True and Chow? Like you guys work DevRel. Like, what are you evaluated on? Like when it comes to performance, like they're like, you did really good on that stream. I guess you get over. I don't like how's that work, right?
You want to take it, Chow?
Yeah, I mean, I'll go. No, you go first, and then I'll follow up.
Yeah. So for me, I can hear myself by the Jordan.
What?
I can hear myself, by the way. I told him to turn it. He's like, it's fine. You can't. My mic doesn't pick you up, and it does. I can hear it.
It's fine.
Anyways, so for me, I did Twitch streams. I told my manager I'd do like 3 or 2 a week, and then I had a vanity URL that people could go to, and it had like 6 hits in a stream where I would have like 300 viewers, and I'm like, well, that doesn't really show you anything. And so it's really hard to measure like success of like, you know, via a Twitch stream, but also like the product had a core, like it wasn't a great product to sell as a developer advocate. So that was also a really big issue. And so my metrics were all over the board. We had business development that did top of funnel. So they were the ones getting like big external partners. And so I was like mid funnel. So I'd help them out. And then my metric was like video first view. So they make a video with the SDK and then they view it. That was like my metric. That's really hard to like get someone to do. So it's a hard metric to hit. But yeah, I mean, it was hard. I feel like I was brought on a lot later in the process of them starting this SDK. So there was already something in place on how they wanted people to approach this. And then they didn't really think about what problems does it solve. They were just like, here's a solution that we use internally. Let's see if other people use it. It just felt kind of hard to, you know, figure out goals around that. And so a lot of time too, I felt like I was in meetings with higher ups and they're like, what do you do? You know? And so that kind of felt bad too, being a dev advocate, that people were like, why are you even at this company? So yeah, that was kind of, it was hard. Yeah.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing with DevRel is having visibility on your work, right? Like, sure, you could put out YouTube videos or TikToks or what streams, but like, what's the impact? I think like for us, when I joined, at least our DevRel team was it wasn't new, but we're still fairly young. So we were still trying to figure out KPIs or metrics. So it's like, you know, when I joined, we were trying to figure out how we're going to measure my Twitch streams, because I'm going to be doing them more often. But it's like, I think, you know, maybe average views post stream might be useful, like kinda. But again, it's a hard one, right? Like, I think the main things to focus on is like Slack, YouTube, the things that actually have things that you can measure and have analytics on. Because I mean, we're streaming on my channel, so there's not going to be streams that are related to Airbyte, so it's hard to measure in a 30-day period if that's what we're doing.
Yeah, I mean that if you're using your own stream too, it's tough because like you could there's things that you can do to like inflate your viewer count. There's things that you can do to like make it worse. So like, you know, for example, if you streamed a lot of gaming in addition to like, you know, like Airbyte content, then it would like your Airbyte views would be impacted by your gaming streams. And so like it also creates weird, I mean, it creates like weird incentive structures for you too, like if you do look at things like average views. But But I'm very partial to looking at like the kind of larger of like what is the end goal of you streaming being, right? It's not actually to get people to watch you stream. That's like a neat thing.
Like a side effect.
Yeah, and but like there's like an end goal, which is like awareness, usage of the actual underlying product, like ability to help people and give them an avenue to like communicate with staff or whatever, like whatever your actual like goals are. But I mean, it's really hard to evaluate the impact of streaming on that as well.
Yeah, that's always the hard part, right? Like, and yeah, it was definitely growing awareness. It was trying to do more content. I think the main thing that we were trying to do is like do Twitch streams, and then those would then turn into async YouTube videos, right? And then that's where the measuring would happen. On top of the awareness that we grow on stream and the conversations we're able to have, and if there is user feedback, then we can bring it back to Eng and have stuff get done or whatever. But yeah, I think that was always the hard part, and I think something that as DevRel, like potentially everybody goes through is like feeling like you're not having enough impact or feeling like you're really not doing enough. So it's like I feel like daily that's something that I fall through. It's like, okay, yes, I'm doing TikToks, I'm doing YouTube videos. Like, yeah, they take some time, whatever, but maybe it's not getting the views that I'm getting, and then it becomes like, oh, like this sucks. Making videos takes up a lot of time and a lot of effort, and like not seeing it be impactful then scares you as an IC. Like, am I doing enough? What can I do? Blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't know. I'm sure True, you maybe have felt that too. Like feeling like you weren't doing enough or you weren't bringing enough value back. And that's like what hurts.
I just feel like I don't think it was my fault for not bringing value. I think there's a lot as a DevRel, like the engineering also has to have, like, they have to change how they're handling it, but then that takes time. And so you're just sitting here doing the most you can do. And there's so much that they want you to do. You can, like, as the only DevRel, it's like you're doing content, you're doing like tech support with partners, you're doing like all these things. And it was like so overwhelming and like too much for me. And I do my own content. So I was like, I'm not doing that anymore. I like doing my own stuff. It was really hard to do Loom specific things. So I was like, I'm just going to be a software engineer. And the only like DevRel that I really applied to for like this process when I was interviewing was like stuff that I thought would be more like a bigger team and more structure. Because I was just like, it was too much. I don't think it's like me. Because I like doing streaming, but then streaming for Loom felt like stressful. I was getting burnt out. I was like literally so burnt out in like 3 months, and I was like, oh my god, this is awful.
Yeah, that is definitely something I ran into too, right? Like when I related to when I was streaming with Plaid, I was definitely having a lot more fun because it was just it was on the side. I was doing my thing. I was doing what I wanted to do, and I still had something that had nothing to do with the stream. And so now meshing the two worlds, like at first it seemed really cool, but now I'm like debating, is this like really cool? The nice thing is I have a manager that is open about this, and he's like, yo, do your thing. Like you should be a DevRel that isn't like only seen as Airbyte. Like you are a DevRel person. So like if you want to get into more TypeScript stuff and do videos or content on that, go do that. Like find different partnerships, do that. You're not just an Airbyte person. You don't have to just talk about data eng and Python and SQL and all this stuff. You can do whatever. Because I mean I see DevRel as kind of like an influencer, right? Like a social media influencer. Like you bring in your own stuff and you talk about whatever you want to talk about, but maybe you are partnered with a Logitech or some other company that you can't talk about anything else. Stuff like that. I don't know.
It's hard though, because you can be an influencer, but you also have to do all this work for the company.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
the fun parts of being an influencer are gone because you have to do stuff for someone else.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's like why I kind of didn't like it as much.
Yeah.
But yeah, also you get Jordan unmuted. Also, you get paid way more as a software engineer.
Yeah. I mean, again, like those are thoughts that run through my mind, right? Going into DevRel, because this is my first time, would software engineering have been a good option for me prior, or is this something that I can lead into after? And I think that's like the cool part is the flexibility. Like I can definitely, like, after this, if I just don't see myself after a year being happy, then I can move into engineering and do something there, and maybe still stick with, or not maybe, but I will stick with streaming and doing my stuff on the side. Because yeah, doing DevRel plus my stuff at the same time, that's so much to balance.
Yeah, I mean, what Nutlope said, once you get into DevRel though, it's hard to get out because that's one of the reasons why I didn't pick one of the jobs that I wanted to do was because it wasn't in an engineering kind of layer, which you are, I think, as working at Airbyte as a DevRel. But if I wasn't a senior software engineer prior to being a dev advocate, so it's really hard to go back into like applying for senior software roles after you're an dev advocate for like a couple of years. That's why I was like, but yeah, I'm sure you could go back into it.
Yeah, no, I know that the path typically is Eng to DevRel. It's harder to go DevRel to Eng. I think we had a conversation with this where, or I don't know who it was that told me this, but like, might have been my manager. But I guess DevRels get a bad rap when it comes to switching into Eng because sometimes you're not really seen as a real engineer. I don't know, like Jordan Trash. Do you like if you had a DevRel person?
Oh man. I have such strong opinions.
Yeah.
Here.
Okay. See, I fucking started that. I started this shit.
I mean,
Jordan's been waiting to say this.
I mean, no. I think that there's two types of dev. Like I think dev advocacy. Like there are two versions of it. There is the version of it that involves like actual software engineering, solving hard technical problems, and there is the half of it that is like strictly developer marketing, where you're not actually doing software engineering. And so I think it's really tough because when I see like if I were to evaluate a candidate, if I saw that they were a developer advocate, it's one of the company that they work for tells me a little bit about that, but it's like I don't necessarily know like were you actually doing hard software engineering or are you just good at communicating, which is fine, that's a good skill set to have, but like it doesn't like tell me what your technical skills are, especially at higher levels, right? Like I feel like when you're kind of like at the junior mid level, it matters a little bit less. But when you get to senior and staff, like a staff level software engineer has a particular skill set that I think is probably entirely different from what most interpretations of like a staff DevRel or dev advocate would be. So yeah, I think it's really tough. I think that the meme is that people who aren't good enough at software engineering become dev advocates. I don't think that that's necessarily true. I think that it's more that like there is a unique skill set around communication that it requires. But I definitely think that like a lot of dev advocate roles that I've seen don't require hard software engineering, which is, and that's why I think that like it is harder to go the direction of being a DevRel to being a software engineer because it doesn't imply that you're actually solving hard technical problems. It just implies that maybe you're better at communicating technical concepts, or maybe you're better at creating impact in the broader ecosystem, etc. Right?
Yeah, no, 100%. I think like the thing there is, the people in DevRel, like you said, that we're able to communicate through different platforms rather than just documentation, like whether that be videos, streaming, talks at a conference. I mean, just talking to people in general. Like I don't know. There are some engineers that are fucking robots, and really don't have like a social like aspect to them. So it's just like you grab those people who can do that and just put them out in the wild. And I think that's the hard part. When you're evaluating a candidate, it's like, sure, if they're a developer advocate, maybe they did some sort of actual engineering, solving technical questions, but the hard part was balancing that during the role of like, okay, well, we got to take these concepts and then also create a video and a stream and all this stuff. So you can't 100% focus on it. I think me and Hassan or Nutlope in the chat have actually talked about this too, of like the hard part. There are people like, but all of you really like all of you have a voice on Twitter or on Twitch, right? Like you can be seen as thought leaders or whatever. Like your opinions are valued in the community, right? There's people like Theo and Swix and very many other people in the community. But the thing that we've seen is like prior to streaming or prior to becoming this person that has a lot of followers and has a community behind them, like they've done the work. They've been in the industry and they've done all this shit offline for however many years. And so their experience, they have, the knowledge to talk about some of these concepts in a manner that makes sense. And like for those of us who are probably very, very junior, that's like the struggle that we fall into. And I think like, I don't know, that's just something that I've seen. So it's hard as a developer advocate to grow that knowledge if you're already in the trenches. Especially for in my situation where, I'm so new to everything, so I'm like having to catch up, but at the same time produce, and that's like the hard part to ramp up on. Trash, I don't know if you had thoughts on the whole DevRel to Eng stuff that you wanted to add on.
Bro, my eyes glazed over for a second. Hold on, not fucking with you. So back to like, what was the original question? Do we think DevRels are like software engineers or some shit?
Well, like, yeah, if you had like a DevRel coming into Eng and shit, bro, this man blacked out. All I heard was fucking.
I don't know. I was staring at something in one of their backgrounds, and then I kind of just like zoned out.
Dude,
I
this
think I was
man's
like, staring
a
at the purple
trans
lights.
dog.
And I was kind of like a mosquito, just like staring at it. But anyways, yeah, back to your point. Like, I know a good amount of DevRels that aren't necessarily part of the Twitch community. They kind of represent more of like JS frameworks and stuff like that. Those people, at least from my experience and just like talking to them, they seem pretty knowledgeable of their craft. And so like I think Jordan said, like I guess it depends on like the company and all that stuff too. So like for me, like I've noticed like this wave of all the people like in my circle, quote unquote, are now like DevRels now, but like it feels like each one of you do something different. Like it's not defined the same way. One's handling customer or like customer interaction plus like issues. Other ones like dealing some people actually code, right? And then some people are like strictly like content, right? In my mind, I don't know. I think DevRel's still fuzzy in my mind. I still think there's not really like a set of roles that a DevRel does in my mind that actually defines it. But back to like the original question, like, fuck, what was the original question? Dude, my ADD is killing me,
dead,
dude.
dog.
Right, TLDR. I think DevRels are smart people, and if people are dogging them because they don't think they can software engineer, then I think you're just a narcissistic piece of shit.
But I mean, the thing is, there definitely are developer advocates that aren't like super their job just doesn't require them to be good software engineers.
Because yeah, I think that's fair. Yeah, I mean, like you said, like communication probably above else, right? Like I can tell you what to say, you can communicate in a way that you could better than me. So
I think like the commonality between a lot of it is communication. I think that like there are but I mean, I don't think all dev advocates are like bad at software engineering by any means. Some of the greatest software engineers I know are developer advocates. True, you're a software engineer now, so you don't count. But I also know a lot of dev advocates that aren't good software engineers because their role doesn't require it. Yeah. I mean, Chow is textbook, right? I'm joking. You're
100%. No, I agree.
No, but I mean, like, you know, it's like it for sure happens. And I think that's why the fact that those people exist is why I think that there is a lot of like confusion about like, you know, do software engineers know how to code? Is your job involving coding? Is because there are a lot of those people where it's like your job is literally just like content or marketing or something like that, and not, you know, any coding. It's just communicating technical concepts, which doesn't actually require you to like be able to really code that much.
Dude, doing the interviews for both, it was really crazy because I had to prep like dev advocate interviews and then I had to prep software engineering interviews, and they're like completely different. The dev advocates ones were like, have a presentation, like look at our documentation and like figure out like what we can change and like write something about it. And then it was like, here's all these questions, like what if a partner comes back to you and is mad, or they're like, you're rude, like how do you handle? I was like, dude, it's hard. It's a hard job. There's so much involved in it. And that's one of the reasons I picked to just go back into SWE, because it's just like it's very easy to understand the path forward first off, and just the role itself is pretty simple. It's like not complicated. I don't need to like explain what I'm doing to everyone at the company in that role if it's like a new one. But yeah, it was just easier for me. So. Yeah,
I think software engineering especially is like the trajectory, I think, is just a little bit more like obvious. You know, like you start as an entry level, you become a junior, become a mid level, become a senior, and like the work that you do is like across all companies. Like there are exceptions at the upper end, but like generally speaking, like like levels are very portable, and the expectations of those levels are like relatively consistent about like what your output kind of looks like, what level you're generally operating on. I think with DevRel, like you could take 2 DevRel jobs at 2 different companies and they look entirely different. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like you mentioned before, like DevRel can go more towards the marketing side, towards the sales side, or the eng side. Like it just highly depends, and that's why the question comes. It's like, what do you do as a DevRel? It's like, well, fucking depends, right? Like this company is gonna do it completely. Like at Plaid, DevRel was only docs, and I was just like, I'm not doing this. Like I'm not gonna write docs. Like yeah, sure, we need improvements on it, but I'm not gonna be that guy to do that.
You should just hire a technical writer for that.
That's what I'm saying. Like that should not. I don't believe that docs should fall on DevRel. I believe it should fall on a completely separate team that is made up of technical writers, because they're the ones that know how to do it. But like that was a core component of the DevRel at Plaid, and you look at different companies like Loom or Discord or Airbyte, like we all do it very differently. Like I believe that we fall more on the developer marketing side for sure at Airbyte, and do a little bit of more eng actually, whereas other companies just don't. So it's very hard. It's very, very hard, which is why, yeah, I wish there was a better standard for it, but it's just like it's so confusing sometimes. And that's not probably, but like, yeah, why the reason for me to, if I wanted to switch, would be very hard, just because I haven't really done enough eng to do it, which is why like doing it off hours on weekends or when I'm not streaming or doing content, like trying to up my engineering skills and build stuff. And because I'm only 2 years into this, so 2 years into like being in this realm.
Yeah, I always forget that you're a baby.
I know, yeah, because I only just got Plaid in 2021, so like I mean, sometimes I forget because it feels like it's been so long, but I don't fucking know anything yet. So, it just takes the years, I guess.
Yeah, I imagine it's especially going to be hard for you to make the transition if you wanted to ever go the software engineering route, because like your first amount of experience is DevRel, right? Versus like, say, me or Jordan decided to go be DevRel, it would probably be easier for us to transition back because we're like, oh shit, we made a mistake. I can at least rely on the experience from
right.
jobs.
It's like you were a software engineer at Netflix, so like you're probably that you probably can do software engineering. That's like proof.
Bold claim.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but that is always a thought. It's like I don't expect it to be easy if I ever did want to switch. Like developer advocacy is something that I actually do like doing. But then there becomes the conversation of, okay, well, what was his past? Oh, he was just developer advocate out the gate. Like, is he credible? Like, does he know? Blah blah blah, all that stuff. So it's like, and I started the journey to become a SWE. Like this was a complete like detour. So I don't know if I like go back or whatever. That's something to decide in the future. But yeah, that is always like something interesting to go into SWE because I've never had that experience. So it's like I can't necessarily empathize or understand the pain points that you guys go through on a daily basis.
I think SWE is so much easier.
Yeah, like, I feel like you guys always have to be in the light and you always have to be like socializing with people, whereas I want to do it when I want to do it. Like I'll stream when I want to stream. I don't want to stream because you're making me do it, because otherwise it like becomes not fun. But yeah, I don't know. And I think that's probably what happened to you, Cheer. It's like you just now that you're getting paid to do it and being forced, you're like, nah, I just want to like vibe.
100%. I mean, when I was interviewing for one of the DA advocate or dev advocate jobs, they were like, you're gonna like first week I'm imagining you to like start setting up a stream and doing stuff. And I was like, immediately I was like, oh no. I was like, I don't know if that's what I want, man. I was like, don't really like that. But yeah, I mean, Chow, the good thing is like being a dev advocate, you get so much networking like stuff that happens to you, and you have like friends at all these other companies, which is great. And like for me, I of course had like the SWE role before, but the amount of job opportunities I got just from posting that I got laid off were like insane. So like it'll be easy. Like if you want to try being a software engineer in the future, like you'll have some friend at some company and they can like give you a referral, and those go really far.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, that's definitely like the thing, is like being able to go to the conferences, talk to cool people, and just meet different engineers or other dev advocates or whatever. It's like that definitely helps. I mean, networking is how I got plaid. So like, yeah, just knowing the people, I think is gonna help. So I mean, I don't know. I don't plan on switching anytime soon. It's always a thought of like, yes, maybe I do want to do more engineering work and like get into the weeds of that. It would be cool to go offline for a little bit and not stream as much and just work on something. But you know,
Yeah, I mean, it's like super. The things I love about software engineering is like the, I like streaming a lot, but it was kind of, it's neat to be able to like take a huge chunk of work, solve it like, asynchronously over a month, and not, like I was able to still do like streaming on the side, but it's like when I want it, Trash said, it's like, when I want to stream, I can stream, but I still get to like have really like hard, big problems that I can just kind of like chew on and solve. It's just that like the timing for solving them, like there's also like generally in software engineering fewer external partners. Like I feel like with dev advocacy, something that seems like it would be hard to work with is like you're primarily working with external partners who like, it means that there's generally more like externally imposed deadlines. There's, like negotiation, partnership agreements, things like this. Versus in, software engineering, sure, you can work in a field that has that, but most of the time it's, I can kind of just give myself the amount of time that I think I need to solve something, sit and chew on it for a few months, solve it, and really enjoy that actual like process of software engineering, as opposed to having to like feel obligated that I have to like stream or something like that. But I mean, I think everyone's a little bit different here. Like some people really like the content creation side of things. I think live streaming is like kind of dog shit for dev advocacy, like in general. I actually think it's like one of the worst possible avenues. I don't know why it's so big right now. Just in terms of like accomplishing the goals. I mean, like I think that like, people don't like people don't engage with the content. This is a whole separate conversation we could talk about. But I don't remember where I was going with this. It's fine.
And TLDR, he's done.
I forgot. I kind of got caught up realizing that like I don't want to sound like mean by saying like I think live streaming is dog shit for
well, I mean,
advocacy.
it's hard to use, right? Like AWS has their channel and it doesn't do that well,
dude. So AWS, DigitalOcean, PlanetScale, like any company that I am aware of that has done streams under a corporate name, they don't do well.
Yeah.
And then individuals who stream dev advocacy for companies as their primary stream, those streams also don't do particularly well. Like in turn, like if you're looking at like normal streaming metrics, there's a whole argument about should we be looking at these metrics? What are your actual goals of streaming? But if you look at like your normal streamer metrics, you're looking at concurrent viewers, you're looking at follows, you're looking at subscriptions, things like this. You're better off streaming personal content than you are streaming like any sort of like sponsored or like directly work related content. But
yeah, I mean that's something I've been playing with, right? Is like streaming work related content versus building whatever I'm building and doing my thing. Like, yeah, it clearly the work related stuff doesn't do that well. Unless you go a little bit more broad or a little bit more general where it like kind of relates but isn't.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. That's always something to play with. I think like YouTube, TikTok, other
like the other
stuff.
platforms I think are like I think it's just live consumption.
Yes.
Like I think all the like VOD consumption, I think this content generally does pretty well. And you can also like there's other ways that you can kind of like dress it up, because you can do like tutorials, you can do conference talks, you can do like meme content. Like you have a lot more variety when you're doing live. Like live content is just kind of like live content, and it's got to be entertaining and it's got to keep people engaged, like, which is really hard to do live. It's hard to do live while representing a company.
Yeah.
You could do it live and not representing a company, and it's like not that hard because you can like get into tangents and you can, you know, say fucked up shit, and not worry about your company being mad that you're sitting there, you know, saying that, you know, Angular developers don't know how to code. But, you know,
Fuck, man.
look, my
Josh?
sample size of 1 confirms this.
Any Angular devs in chat? Oh my god.
Nah, just by association.
Wait, Josh, do you have to use Angular at work?
On this shitty computer you see right here.
Oh,
This is an Angular machine.
Gotcha. Understood. Well, we're sorry for your loss.
It's okay. I don't actually have to implement anything. I just go into Slack and say, "Can we not use Angular once a week?" And that's pretty much all I do.
Yeah, I could do that for you if you ever need to go on vacation or anything. I'll charge half your rate. Yeah.
When did you start that government contract? I didn't even know about this.
The process kicked off like 2 years ago, but I had to reactivate because you need a top secret clearance to do it. So I came from the government space, so I already had like a high clearance already. So they just had to get reinvestigated.
Bruh.
So what's something that you can't tell us?
Yeah, like what's not under NDA or whatever the fuck? What's
What
not under
can
your?
I tell
Is
you?
Area 51 real?
Yes, absolutely. I've seen aliens in our Angular dashboards.
This makes sense. This makes sense.
Is that what you're building? You're building like an alien tracker?
It's just a D3 United States map, and then it just shows little circles where the aliens crash.
You know what's so funny is if that was real, right? Like if aliens, you know, actually came, someone would have to build that. There'd be some poor intern working at the United States government, and then it's like the first day it'd be like, all right, so like we got to get this out of the way. Like aliens are real, Area 51's real, and we're building an Angular D3 app to keep track of their launches.
Dude,
You're
if
like,
you saw the tech inside the government space, not saying like all government space, but at least what I've seen is just like the worst shit you could ever
Dude, this is what I hear all the time. Because when I'm at booths for the conferences at Airbyte, we get talked about, or like conversations spin up about government contracts or like all this other shit, and they always complain about the tech they use. It's all like legacy shit. Yeah,
it's a lot of red tape, right? Because like one, they're scared of the public internet, so you're really isolated in your own little data center. They don't want to use other services, like for instance, I think AWS recently they have this thing called GovCloud where we can actually start putting government data on the cloud, which only happened not that long ago. But before that, we were just using like shitty old data centers and stuff. But like, and then like there's like the whole thing like, what are you npm installing? Like, is that a virus? Is that going to hack the government? So like, there's like a lot of red tape on things you can use. Is it secure? Blah, 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 blah. That shit sucks, dude. That's why I kind of just like vibe out and just do it like 8 hours a week.
I mean, some of that is like real, like supply chain attacks do happen.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, it's tough because like, you know, like, you know, in the crypto space, for example, like that's something that like we're cognizant about is like, you know, one of the dependencies for like a wallet that we're building could include capability to like scrape your wallet seed phrase, and then all of the money in the entire ecosystem gets stolen. Right. So like shit like that does happen. So like I'm sympathetic to that, but I think the government definitely goes like too far in it.
Yeah, and like at least from my perspective, like it's kind of, I mean, none of you have actually been in there, but like if you ever go into a government building, everyone just looks so sad and depressed. And
so the movies are real.
They're just sitting there waiting to retire, collect pension.
Hey, my dad works for the government. Okay.
How is he pretty sad?
I think that I don't think he's sad. I think that he's you know, he's just doing he worked in like like the private industry for a really long time, and was like he worked for a company that did like they would buy like student loans and then like aggressively collect on student loans and stuff like that, and like all these capital management groups. And he's like, this seems bad.
I was like, that sounds awful.
Yeah. And so then he was just like, you know, I'm gonna go work in government and just like have a nice safe job that I can just kind of like not overwork at.
Yeah, it's kind of like Fang. It's like you join a Fang company and you're just vibing because there's so many of you. and they don't know what you're doing half the time. So
Well,
you
and the
just
government also like intentionally moves slow. So it's like, FANG companies try to move fast, but then individuals make it move slow. The government is like, move slow, please. And then, the individuals are like, fuck, I'm going to move even slower.
Dude, it's so bad. Like the amount of money the government wastes on software engineering is hilarious. Like we've spent millions of dollars building like these dashboards, and they're like, I don't really care, and then like no one uses it. But like they'll just keep throwing millions of dollars at us because they have to hit their quota, otherwise, their budget gets cut. So what happens is if they're not going to hit their quota or whatever they had to spend for that fiscal year, they just start throwing money at you to build like fucking anything, and they don't actually give a shit. And that's pretty much where I fall into here, because these contracts have to hit a quota to pay anybody to just sit in a seat, and they have to pay a certain amount, and that's who I am. So I don't have to do anything. They just need to give me money so they can like not get their shit cut. It's pretty dope. It's nice. It's nice.
Yeah,
Everybody, be a government contractor. It's just lit.
Bro, give me that referral, homie. The fuck.
Yeah, you get a referral bonus. Did they get that shit out or what?
Can you get a TX? Can you get a top secret clearance?
Bro,
Probably.
that was the one thing. How the fuck did you get top secret clearance?
I'm not even gonna say on here because chances are they are watching, because they definitely are.
Oh my god,
I'm
your
just
FBI
say-
agents got a tab on
I'm
you.
just gonna say that I'm a good citizen.
That whole like, the idea that they would watch the stream is predicated on the idea that the government is efficient and able to like monitor people effectively. It's all like a lot of these government conspiracies are always so funny to me, because it's like this depends on the government like being good at its job, which like we know demonstrably it's like bad at.
I have
like,
one dedicated person that works for the government that just watches me only.
dude,
It's
that
your PA.
I want that job. I want
Could
the
you
job
imagine
where I'm
just
just like,
spying on someone the whole time?
yeah, I'm
It's
just like
crazy.
sitting there staring through someone's webcam, and they don't even know that I'm on the other end. And I'm just like, all right, they jerked off today. Like,
You have a log. You have a fucking daily log.
all right. Oh,
The
that's a little
pattern.
early.
They open
today.
up his
Okay.
webcam and it's just his face like this.
Someone clip the fuck out of that. I need that as a fucking gif. Oh my god.
You're like, oh god.
You
Turn off,
know, there is someone that does it, but only for like fucking high profile people or people on a goddamn list.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure that like there are people who are being tracked and monitored, but like the idea that like trash is special enough to be monitored. The government has like millions of employees. Like why would like Chris Batista, right?
Bro, you don't gotta dox him like that shit. We're already
Everyone
Oh,
he's
fuck.
public with that shit.
Bro,
Dude, he
there's
doxed
people-
his home address. Okay, I'm not worried about his name.
You guys ever get worried that people that died watch you when you're masturbating?
Okay,
That is not a thought.
to unpack this question.
The reason why this came into my mind is because we were talking about the webcam and people watching you, but what about ghosts?
Well, okay, so I mean, first, I think
Are we
the
not worried
lead
about
here
that
is,
either? You're
do
not
you
worried about
believe
your
in
ancestors?
ghosts?
Hey man, imagine
Absolutely.
some of the dogs in your past life just sitting there fucking, watching you wank and spank. Like,
How? Okay, if ghosts are real and they occupy the same like physical space that we do and the same time that we do, right? If we assume that they live as we do, just in a different dimension or whatever, right? Then it would be so fucking crowded. Do you know how many people have ever lived and how many animals have ever lived?
yeah,
Dude,
but
there'd be so many ghosts.
yeah, but they have no like. They just go through shit. Like, I don't think they be taking up space, right? They just be sitting in each other. You know what I'm saying?
They're just like all, but it'd be like so crazy. You'd be just like, can you like? I don't want you to be inside of me right now.
But Jordan,
Can you not be in me?
Jordan. All right.
For once in my afterlife, can you not be inside of me?
Listen. Hold up. Let's flip the script now. If you were a ghost, okay? Let's say
I can't wait
in
to
the
be a
next
ghost,
in the next
for real.
40 years, right? Or whenever the
wait.
fuck. You just
40 years.
You fall over, dead, right? You become a
Can
ghost.
we make it more than 40 years? Jesus
yeah.
fucking
All right,
Christ.
let's
I'm
go
not that
60.
fucking old.
You-
Jesus.
Let's go to 60. Just
That means
fall
I'm
over.
gonna die now.
Okay, dead. Okay? You're a ghost. Tell me you wouldn't want to be inside of somebody, or fucking you'd be a pervert too.
Honestly, if I was a ghost, I'd try to kill myself. Step one. Because being a ghost sounds awful.
I don't know. That sounds pretty lit.
I think it's pretty lit, to be honest.
I don't want to sit on an overcrowded Earth with no ability to impact it and just watch humans like fuck all day. That's not like, I know that's like a normal Tuesday for you, Trash. But
you
like,
could finally go to Area 51 with no like what's the word I'm trying to say?
The top secret
can
clearance.
infiltrate.
Yeah, you don't need top secret clearance. Nothing's gonna happen to you. They won't fucking kill you. They won't arrest you. They won't kick you out. You just walk in that shit.
I mean, we're assuming that Area 51 isn't like if the government knows about aliens, they probably know about ghosts. It's probably already ghost proof. There's probably like a whole, we don't know how they operate. Like there's probably a whole ghost economy. I got to get a ghost job. Like I don't want to live my life.
You gotta pay taxes through
Ghost taxes. I gotta fucking buy a ghost house, which is like I gotta go find a house to haunt. Right, and then that's like the ghost housing market is fucked. I heard, so it's like
but you get. I feel like doing tours and going through open houses as a ghost is pretty easy. No,
I'm physically,
yeah. You don't have to you go
every
through,
house. Is
you could figure out like what are there open ghost houses, or you just occupy a house that's already. But
I mean, there's so many ghosts. Every house would be occupied.
Nah, I don't think so. You think ghosts get old?
Do you
think ghosts get old and die? Like you restart your life as a ghost, right? And then you're just this little baby ghost.
No, so the common interpretation, at least, right? Like I don't know what ghostology you subscribe to, but
sure.
For me, you die and you're a ghost at the age that you die at.
Oh, that's fucked up. Wait, then I want to die now. Hello?
That's how ghosts are. Yeah. So we should. All I'm saying is, if you believe in ghosts, you should want to die young to preserve your ghouliness. You want that to be a good image of yourself.
Yeah. Right? I don't want to be 80-year-old Asian dude walking as a ghost. You know how hard that's gonna be?
Dude, the best thing I like about ghosts, or the theory, or that I hope is true, is that when you die, you're like a Pokemon, and the only thing you can say is the last noise you made when you died. So like if you got hit by a car, you're like, ah! So you're just walking around going, ah! Ah!
Bro, I've never heard this theory before, but if that was true, I really hope I get to do some.
Bro, I want to die when I'm coming then.
Oh, Jesus.
That'd probably be the best way.
I mean, the noise that would make. Yeah, because then you walk around, you just go, ah!
Dude, like when you're in the moment, you just don't care about consequences. You're like, I guess I'm gonna die, but I feel honestly way too good right now.
Like high key, that would be a great way to die. You die how you lived, coming. Right?
I mean, I definitely, yeah. I'm not gonna say anything.
Nah, but would you not want to die in your sleep though? Like being quiet? Or
I'd rather not die. I'd rather just not die.
Yeah, I mean, me too.
Given the choice.
Yeah. But
if you die in your sleep, how do you know you're dead?
What the fuck? How do you ever know that you're dead? Fucking dumbass.
You could be dead right now.
What if we're dead right now?
Yeah.
You think there's a jail for ghosts?
100%.
I mean, I think that the ghost civilization, how many people have ever lived, right? How many?
I'd be a really bad ghost. I'd probably go to ghost jail for sure.
There's 107 billion people that have ever lived, right?
I wonder.
So like there's 107 billion ghouls out there. And then are there ghosts for animals? Right?
Oh, there has to be.
Right. So then how many fucking you become a ghost and then immediately there's just a billion things around you because you're like, fuck, every insect, every mosquito that I swatted is now just swarming around me. There's just a ghost mosquito. You spawn into a world that's just like overpopulated to shit with all these ghosts. It'd be hell. It would, like, if hell is real, it's just ghosts.
I wonder, like the stories of people being going into a different body and like as a kid, and then they remember their past life. I wonder if there's like a special job or something as a ghost that you have to do to get that. Does Trash's top secret clearance like immediately activate him to get that? You think?
I think so. I think
Yeah,
that's what they
it's like
told
a
me.
government program where they're just like, all right, you're gonna go
Yeah,
occupy
that's
this,
got to be
like,
what it is. They know the secrets. They have the
well, because they become
machinery.
like spies, basically, right? Like they're
Yeah.
government spies, effectively.
Mhm.
Yeah, and they already have the past
mhm,
experience
yep.
as a spy. So it's like when they die, we need them to come back. So immediately put them into
Yep.
another body, remember their past life, go from there. That
Yeah,
makes the
and
most
then it's
sense.
Yeah, they just give them like a phrase that activates them, you know, like the Winter Soldier, and then they just fucking
So Trash is the Winter Soldier, just the
yeah. Well, he's gonna be. He is definitely not
Not
like,
Winter Soldier material right now.
right. So he has to die first, and then they'll put his ghost into some.
But he's the
body.
American version, because the Winter Soldier, he's built by the Russians, right?
I don't know the fucking.
Yeah.
lore.
Yeah. Do you think I'm a nerd?
Yeah.
The fuck?
Bruh, I mean, yeah, same. I don't know. Like, I wouldn't know this.
It was the Germans, I think. not the
No, it wasn't the Germans. I thought it was the Russians. They were speaking Russian in that movie.
Russians. Was it not the
You don't
Nazis?
even, do you even understand Russian? How do you know?
Bruh, you know that if you heard German and Russian together,
It
you
was
would know
like-
the difference.
It was Hydra, right?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
were
but it's
Russian.
Sweden.
Oh wait, no.
Hydra's the snake person, right?
They say Hail Hydra.
Oh, I was thinking about G.I. Joes.
Bruh,
Well,
this
because
guy,
it's World War II, so wouldn't it be against the Nazis, which means that it would probably be
yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
Germans.
But
All right, ciao.
Apparently, it's sorry, now I'm following down this.
this Marvel rabbit hole.
Dude, I'm on the Marvel Cinematic Universe wiki, and I'm trying to just figure out what country was affiliated with Hydra. And I have to like fucking get through the like Hydra's an authoritarian, subversive, paramilitary terrorist organization bent on world domination. It's founded in ancient times, primarily as a cult around the. Dude, it's like do these people have anything else going on in their lives? There's
Nah,
like
man.
20 paragraphs about like the origins of Hydra. But anyway, it seems like it's not really affiliated with any country, but the Soviet war was heavily involved in the project.
Damn. To Russia.
There we go.
See, I knew this shit. I have my Marvel shit down. Oh fuck, what was I gonna ask? I completely forgot.
Let's just all stare at him until he says something.
What are you saying? What are you saying? What are you gonna say, bro?
I completely forgot now. There's too much pressure.
I'm so burpy. I just keep
Can we
burping in
talk
my
about
throat.
how when both you and Chow came to our house, you guys had to go out the front door and farted and then didn't realize there was a camera?
Dude, that was the best.
Do you want me to fart in your house? I mean, all right.
Listen,
so first of all, I'll
I'm
say
not-
thank you.
I'm not gonna lie, I definitely farted in the house. It's
Fine,
just
I
no one
figured
was
both of you-
there. No one was there. No one could hear. No one could smell. I sniffed it out before it could even get there. But I think,
Jordan's about to go fart right now.
The skeleton.
Yeah, I was
bruh,
gonna ask that. I was like, why is the skeleton taking it in the butt?
I don't know. It's just been there for a week.
wait, didn't you pull that out when we were at the house?
Yeah, that's our friend. He just lives here. This is a ghost occupies this body.
Is he okay?
It's okay.
I don't think
Looks like he
Clarence is
drank too
doing
much.
all right. He's looking a little rough. Oh man.
Oh, God.
But like Portland, when are we going? Wait,
I-
wait, hold up.
TwitchCon.
TwitchCon. TwitchCon. I need to ask you guys about TwitchCon. Am I buying my tickets?
I already bought
We
mine.
did, yeah.
Would you guys buy the 3-day?
Yeah, I got
Yeah, it's
that
half
3-day
off.
party.
It's half.
We got
oh.
that discount.
Yeah, because you guys
know?
got partner.
You don't got that.
You know what I'm
you
saying.
know, the first time it meant
Bruh.
anything ever.
I know, dude.
I was like, oh, I guess
Yeah.
it worked out.
You're like, wow.
Dude,
That's
there's
crazy.
no
That's 50% for partners. but
50.
Yeah, it's at
50%,
half
baby.
off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I paid like $100 for
Yeah.
the 3-day party.
Can you buy it again?
No,
What
I
think
was
so.
gonna
the
for friends, but
fuck?
I know.
I'm getting scammed. Is there any
When's
Twitch staff in
TwitchCon?
chat?
I don't even know when TwitchCon is. October?
October.
October
It's the
something.
beginning week of October.
I wanted to, yeah. So like, I have a community badge, then I had an affiliate badge, and now I'm gonna get a partner badge. So I'm high up
What's
Sheesh.
the community
the
badge?
lineup. It's when you are an affiliate. You just like are like a viewer.
Oh wait, so do I get an affiliate badge?
You get an affiliate one, yeah.
Is it like a physical or is it?
Yeah,
is it-
yeah. They print one out for you.
Oh hell yeah!
It has your name on it and too. It has your like handle and stuff.
Yeah, I gotta get like my hotel and shit. I gotta figure that out.
Yeah.
Wait, I thought we were staying at your house.
But I don't live that close. I'm crazy.
Yeah, road trip.
Road trip.
Hell no. We wouldn't
Wait,
even make it. We just crash into a ditch.
Thoughts. We all get an Airbnb.
We already booked all of our shit.
Motherfuckers. God damn it. All right, I'll go on my own.
Stay on the couch in our hotel.
Nah, fuck that. Fuck that.
I was telling
Well.
Trash he could do that, and then I forgot that he has 2 jobs and also works at Netflix as one of them, so he's fine. He can get a hotel.
Yo, I'll sleep on the couch. It's fine.
Uh-huh.
I'm all about saving the money. Dude, I feel so bad about my background, man. I look like ass. God, I'm trying to like cover it up.
Bro, no, you just need to clean them boxes. Hey,
Yeah.
you need me to talk to one of my reps? I'll get him to send some LED lights for you.
Dude, I talked to Chow once, and now my desk setup is better than his.
It's 100% true.
Damn.
Dude, I'm dying on Instagram and TikTok. I'm
It's
dying.
hard. Same, bro. I'm not growing. It's like
I'm
so
dying. Literally,
What do you
I
mean
post
dying?
something, and I feel like it's just there. Like no one sees it. You know?
Why are you talking about me like that? I just exist. That's pretty much all I do.
Well, you kind of have to with a government contract. You know, you just kind of have to like exist.
It's true. It's true.
But
What the fuck is
dude,
Jordan doing?
he's he's texting me his address so I can swoop in right now.
Oh my God.
What's up? Sorry, I had to make coffee, and then I had to. I have a work trip coming up, and I had to confirm that I can do it.
You're going
A work trip
fucking
to
London,
where?
bro.
Well, I have
Wait, when are
2
you going to
work trips.
London?
I'm going to Napa first,
Napa cabbage is so good.
TFTI?
and then I'm going. It should be October 31st to November 4th.
You're going. Where the fuck's the?
Oh
where's that?
no. Okay, I'll be gone.
Napa's like across the Golden Gate from SF.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, is
It's
that where
up
like wine
north.
country is and all that?
Yeah,
shit?
yeah. It's
Oh,
all
gotcha.
where all the wineries at. That
Didn't
place
all
is lit.
get lit on fire like a couple of years ago.
Well, I mean, where in California didn't have a fire?
That's true. That's true.
Our state pretty much is on fire 24/7.
And it's all the governor's fault.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm going to. I think I'm going to the San Francisco Netflix office at the end of the month. We'll see.
There's a San Francisco Netflix office.
Or Los Gatos.
Yeah, you fucking idiot! Oh my god!
Are they
Imagine
not
even
this-
working
are they
at
not-
Netflix.
Wait, trash.
Huh?
Where the hell's my Netflix merch? You better get that shit to me before you leave.
Before I leave, what Netflix?
Yeah.
Then you trying to say I'm not leaving, dude? I'm dying here.
Yeah, he's. I mean,
I'm literally
you better.
dying here.
And you're dying pretty young, man.
I mean, yeah, I don't disagree with
Listen,
No,
I'll get you some Airbnb stuff. You give me some Netflix stuff. It's a
that.
win-win.
You got DM me, because I'm trying to get some Discord.
Bro, I gotta
stuff.
DM you?
What? Well, we gotta exchange the addresses.
Oh my.
No,
this
he'll just
guy.
get it from your stream.
Act like I'm not his son. Walk to my room, motherfucker.
What if I just pretend I was getting up and I showed up in
I-
fucking
yeah,
Cal's
you just
background? I
fucking-
just started spanking
is
the
all
shit
agree.
out of him. That would be the trippiest shit. I would be like, oh my god, oh my god, they live together.
Oh, that's not what we be saying. What? They're like, oh my god, Trash is whipping the fuck out of Chow right now. What the
Wait,
fuck?
did you guys get spanked when you were kids?
100%.
Got hit with a belt, bro.
I
Uh,
got.
Spanked. That's
I've
what's
I've only been spanked as an adult.
Oh, lucky you. It's the inverse for me. I only spanked as a kid, never spanked as an adult. It's kind of fucked up.
I've never been spanked as an adult. I've been slapped as an adult.
Oh,
I got
damn.
the worst thing I got was a
Ooh.
heated metal chopstick on my ass.
That sounds off. What?
I need the story. You can't just drop that.
Okay. So,
What the
Can we
fuck?
call the
so
cops?
no. My
Are you,
dad.
are
my,
you safe?
yeah. My dad's a great guy. I'm no longer at the house. He's a great guy. It taught me a lot. So I think what had happened, if I remember correctly, so I was running around in our front yard like fucking crazy. I think I was like, I don't remember how old I was, but I think I ran through the house super fast with no fucking like eyesight. You know when you run as a kid and you just completely black out, like nothing's in your way. So I was running, and I don't remember how it happened. My grandpa walked right in front of me. I knocked him over, ran through him, went to my grandma, knocked her over, and then I think I cracked the back door, like the glass, because I ran straight into that and I didn't see it. So my dad came walking nonchalant, bro. This man walked in like nothing happened. Okay, walked through the hallway, saw what had happened. Walks to the kitchen, grabs one of our metal chopsticks, just starts the stove. I thought he was about to cook for me. I'm like, oh fuck yeah, I'm about to get some food. And then he's just there's no pot, no nothing. So I'm confused. I'm like, what is happening? He's got this chopstick right over the flame. And then I hope this isn't racist and this doesn't get me canceled. It's my dad, so fuck it. So he looks at me and he goes, Justin, come here. I'm like, what? What happened? Fucking grabs me by my pants and like holds me up and just fucking like starts branding my shit. I'm crying. I'm crying. He starts hitting me and then he grabs like a coat hanger, one of those coat hanger things, starts whipping me with that. I never did that shit again.
Jesus
I got the coat hanger. My dad was in the military. He would make me and my sister, we'd hold our arms up for like a fucking hour. And I'd just be standing in the corner. Yeah, just standing there. And if my arms dropped, he would whip me. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I tell you what, though, I learned my multiplication tables so well when I was a kid. Shit was, I'm not even kidding. I was really good at math at one point. He's like, you want to play outside? Fuck.
My parents just told me I'm doing a good job. Dude, white parents go burr, you know?
Dude, white parents don't do shit.
Hey, you know, my parents, they just told me that they wanted me to do well and that they support me in all of my endeavors no matter what.
Wow.
See, I never got that shit.
And I'm the most successful one here. So how's that work out?
Hey man, whatever.
Look, dude. I'm not saying you have a point, but my time's coming. God damn it.
No, I know. I mean, I don't think it actually. What I don't know. What
the nice thing is you didn't deal with as much childhood trauma as we're probably holding.
So much trauma, bro.
Yeah, I have different childhood trauma, but you know,
didn't get the Ferrari when he was 16.
Yeah,
that was traumatic.
Look, I'm not gonna sit here and trauma
lost his monkey when he was 6.
Dude, George was so cute. Yeah, actually.
George, no, George is pretty cute. I'm not gonna lie to you, but you know, different kind of trauma.
I still had my monkey, you know.
Yeah. Have you guys seen the TikToks of the monkey? He's in China, but he wears like clothes all the time, and he like holds trays of food for their owner, and then he'll start eating it. Dude, it's the best shit ever. It's literally the best.
TikTok algorithms be fucking me up at night.
Yo.
How many? Wait, do you just get like how long do you have to scroll before you find a woman dancing? Trash.
I don't even have to scroll. I turn on my phone. It's like I'm not gonna lie. There's like these random TikToks, which is I'm just gonna shut up. But yeah, it's lewd.
Dude, were you ever on TikTok when there were the ones that were just like this?
Like the lives.
What?
It shows like their torso.
If you know, you know. That's all I'm saying.
I don't think I've seen that. But there's
they stopped popping up, but they were lives where they would be like women like laying on beds, and it'd just be like the front of them, and they're just like,
bruh, I was not on that side of TikTok, dog. There was no way.
I mean,
I'll try to get there. I'll let you know.
Neither am I. It just
wait, pizza still sees them. They're their thing.
Oh, what?
They're still a thing?
What's a thing?
The fucking whatever Jordan just said.
Live, yeah. Dude, they're crazy.
What the fuck? Yeah, I don't get that shit. I gotta work towards that.
I'm gonna go work at TikTok.
Take the shell off the egg, but the skin is still there. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. It's like the surgery type things. I saw one of those. The one live I saw that had me interested, but then I found out it was just a loop. Someone put a camera on a hawk. But then it like kept flying in the same like area. So I was like, what the fuck is this? This is not even live. It's just a like 8-second loop of a hawk flying and looking down and up.
How long were you watching it for though?
Fucking 5 minutes till I figured it out. But that's on them for like fucking doing that to me, man. That's fucked up. I was watching that shit for 5 minutes at like 2 a.m. at night. I'm like, this is cool. It's a fucking hawk flying. I'm like, oh, he's not even moving.
I have a question for you guys.
Here we go.
What if I wanted to be a manager?
Oh my god. I actually think you'd be a better manager than you are a software engineer.
I think so too.
I don't
So,
mean that.
does that mean you
Like I
support
know
me?
that there's like the funny way to interpret this, which is like, haha, Trash is a bad software engineer. No, I just think that there's different skill sets. It's like dev advocacy versus software engineering. There's software engineering versus software engineering management, similar thing. I think you'd be a great software engineering manager. I think that you are pretty good at like generally keeping, or from what I can tell, keeping track of like shit that's going on. You have like a pretty okay like organization with that. Obviously that doesn't manifest in your background, but you know, but like
Very
I don't know, you've never
organized.
seemed to like you generally seem like, you know, you're like can keep track of shit. And I think that you're like pretty good at understanding your audience and being able to communicate based on like who you're talking to, which is like I think a really big part of software engineering management is like because there's like the whole politics side of it, right? uh and I think that you're like generally like not afraid of having like more difficult conversations and understanding like relative performance of people. I think you're good at identifying like good performers and poor performers. Like, you know that you're bad, you know I'm good, right? Like it's
Yep, exactly.
right.
That's the moment I knew I should be an software engineering manager.
No, but like I think that you're actually like good at identifying like you're pretty good at like knowing generally how long things take, knowing if people are performing at the level you'd expect them to perform at.
Yeah, I've been kind of like thinking about it. I don't I don't
Are you
know.
gonna dethrone your manager? Are you gonna like have a coup?
No, because I saw some engineers like as we're doing like reorgs and stuff, some people transition to actual software engineering managers, which kind of threw me off. And I was like,
What I
okay.
will say about Netflix, by the way, is I saw more people in software engineering manager positions get laid off ever than I did individual IC software engineers. And there are fewer of them to begin with, right? I think it's like Netflix particularly has like high expectations, and it's very easy to like blame a manager for a poorly performing team. And so I'd be a little bit weary and just like, you know, make sure that if stability is your goal, it might not be the best call.
Yeah, I'm not saying like this is something I would want to do while I'm at Netflix, but it's just like something that has crossed my mind because I've tried like the whole like lead slash manager role prior. And then what I didn't like was not coding. So then I went back to IC. Then now I'm in IC and I'm like, man, I don't know. So it's like been crossing my mind a little bit. I don't think I would ever actually do it at Netflix because I mean, my work life balance is pretty chill right now, and I'd rather not sit in meetings.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
I don't know,
Netflix also will like every Netflix manager that I know is in meetings from like, you know,
dude. It's insane.
9 a.m. till 5 p.m. every single day, fully booked, no personal time.
Yeah.
Netflix managers, I don't know why particularly Netflix, but Netflix managers are in more meetings than any other manager that I've ever seen at any other company.
Yeah, I don't understand why that's the case. I know like maybe like in my like manager, I think they want them to have context of everything and they have a little bit more domain knowledge than maybe the ICs. So like at least in the initial conversations they're involved, right? And then after that they kind of hand it off to the ICs. But yeah, from what I can tell, they're just literally 9 to 5 and I don't know how they don't quit
Yeah.
because I would 100% quit.
I mean, my manager, what before she left was like she oversaw like a pretty big area, and for her it was like 8 to even 6 sometimes, and like even more like there'd be like random like partnership meetings or like, and she didn't ever have like she never got to eat during her lunch block. She would always be eating in meetings because she literally could not eat any other time. It was like I think the larger the team too, especially Netflix, like or the larger the kind of like domain of the team, the more meetings that you're going to be in. Um, my guess is it's probably has to also do with just like the Netflix's like lack of like singular set of like rules or operating procedures, which kind of force organization at like an individual like team level, which naturally ends up being the manager.
We'll see. We'll see. It's gonna be full-time Viber. So we'll see. We'll see who I end up.
I don't want to do meetings. That's why I don't think I'll ever be a manager. I think it's just too much. And then I also am too nice. So I'll get definitely like rolled. People will just use me.
Yeah, you have to be pretty. I think like effective managers are pretty aggressive in the sense that, like, not within their own team, but like externally. Like you have to not like if you're cross prioritizing with another team, you have to believe in your heart that your team's work is more important, or be able to actually relatively understand the priority. And if you're just nice about it, you'll never get resourcing, you'll never get the work prioritized over another team's. So I mean, it's tough. It depends on you being a particular type of person. Yeah, I agree. I don't think I think you could build that skill set, true, but I don't know if it's worth it.
Yeah.
Goal is to be a senior software engineer until I die.
I told myself when I was coming in that I don't ever want to be a manager because I don't want to get away from the product or actually building stuff. Like, I hate to do that and just do like logistical work or whatever the fuck.
The only thing that I would be okay with is becoming like director level effectively. That I think I could see myself getting into, because then it's like less individual people management and more like, managers of management, which seems a little bit less annoying and a little bit more like strategic. But even that, I'd rather just be a technical director and not have to like manage people to begin with.
Is that what you're trending towards right now, essentially?
It's basically what I'm doing right now. My current job is basically being the lead of all of the front ends across the company, and being like the technical lead for all of them. It's kind of like still an evolving space. It's a very, like the company is very new, and so the actual structure and organization is like a lot TBD. But that's definitely like it's probably going to end up being my actual role, and is like basically what I am doing right now.
Like, is the long-term vision of like the UI org kind of eventually you'll have like more leads underneath you, and eventually you'll kind of be further apart from the.
I don't think that it's I don't think that there's like any concrete ideas about it. I think that the company size as a whole like will probably continue to be like relatively small. I don't think that we want to be a 1,000+ person company. We always want to be a relatively small company. So I think that I don't know how much structure there needs to be, given that the company's goal is to always be smaller and more efficient. But I think it's something that would evolve over time.
I don't know if you've talked about it already, Jordan, but how are you liking Misten Labs already? Like,
oh, it's lit. I really like it.
Yeah.
Ask him again in like a month. I fucking hate that shit. I fucking out of here.
I don't think that there's any.
I'm kidding.
I don't know. I really like my manager. I really like the leadership of the company. I really like how there's subtle things about like how CEOs and CTOs operate that I think is like very small seeming, but matter a lot in terms of like how do they talk about like competitors? How do they talk about the progress that the company is making? And to me, like all of these are like I have a pretty good read on it. And I had a pretty good read before I joined. Like I talked to the CEO and got an idea about like what his thoughts are and how he's thinking of like driving the company. And so yeah, I think that like I think that I'll still like it in a month. I don't think that there's a situation in which I don't like it in a month. And I think that like there's a lot of work for me to like do. The front end has been, like there haven't been front end leads, and so like I think that there's plenty of opportunity for like me to have like lots of work to do for the foreseeable future.
Dope. Yeah, because I guess fairly new, and then we're gonna have to hear what True goes through at Discord.
Yeah, I actually picked Discord over Misten. That's the other offer that I had.
Was it also as Sui?
No, it was dev advocate at Miston, and we would
Oh.
have gone to London together if I took the job. But I was like, I really didn't. I don't want to be a dev advocate anymore. I don't think. Like, I just didn't enjoy it at Loom, and obviously it's different at Miston. They have different stuff to do and different things to work on. But I was like, I think I'll get burnt out so much faster. I kind of had a goal in mind to just kind of become a senior software engineer too. So that's kind of what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Would you have been the only dev advocate?
No, there's a lead, so that was nice, and
Oh.
I think he came from Coinbase, so he was really good. Like I know I did the interview thinking like I wasn't gonna get this job. I was like, whatever, like I'll just kind of like I'm not super interested. I think it's cool, but I'm not like really into crypto and all that. And then just talking to the people, oh my god, I was like kind of like hype about it. I was like, they're really good at pitching their company and talking about how cool the role is.
Yeah,
So
I think like if anyone talked to them, like they can convince pretty much anyone to join their company. Is I'm pretty convinced of.
How did you find them?
I don't know. Jordan got reached out to via the Coinbase layoffs or the
Yeah, the Coinbase like talent hub where they like had the like all the because I had a rescinded offer from Coinbase, right? And so they reached out from that, and then at first I was like not really interested, and then I like looked into the company and saw who was kind of like attached to it and was like, oh, this is like very interesting.
Yeah, I've never actually heard of the company until you like joined.
Yeah,
I was like,
same.
I was like, who? What?
Yeah, I mean they're definitely like more niche and smaller in the crypto space, but I think that like they're very, it's just that they're very new, and I think that they'll, I mean I hope that will end up being, as much of a household name as any other crypto company is.
Yeah, I really like their approach to things, and I thought like being a dev advocate there would have been really fun. Like, there's a lot of cool stuff to work on. They have a lot of gaming side of things, so talking to a lot of gaming companies. But I thought that would be really interesting. But I was just like, I don't know if I am capable or want to do that much work right now. I was like, it's a lot.
Yeah, there's like a lot. It's like I think the key thing was like there's a lot of work to do there. Like Discord's like a your classic big tech company. You kind of know what you're getting when you work there. Miston is very much a startup, so there's startup problems, meaning they haven't demonstrated product market fit, all this kind of stuff. So definitely like a little bit like there's just like there's just more work to do.
This is between Vinny and you, bro. I feel like you and
Vinny be like trolling me all the time, but that shit's funny as hell.
I feel like that's just how your chat goes, though.
Yeah.
No, it's not even just chat. Like joking to me has like propagated to Twitter and everything else. So no matter where I go,
Oh, look at your tweets.
I'm just, okay.
Look at you.
That's fair.
Look at your tweets,
That's
bro.
okay.
I don't think
asked
the
for it.
last. I don't remember the last tweet you had that was serious.
I can't be serious on Twitter, dude. Like I see all these serious things. That I
Hey
just
man,
can't.
chill. I'm one of them.
I just can't. No, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being serious, but I can't be serious. I mean, look, you're having a conversation with me. Like, have you seen the things I've said?
Bruh, you were the reason we talked about ghosts. So I mean,
well, so like, I don't know if you guys know this about me, but like my biggest interests are like ghosts,
Yep.
UFOs,
what?
and astronomy. So it's like my three like big things. So like,
Okay,
I'm
when you
always
say
like into like
astronomy,
planet.
are you
Astronomy
talking?
is super cool.
Yeah, space and all that stuff. Very
Yeah,
interesting. There's actually a guy on TikTok that I follow that
Oh, my
covers
kids,
like space.
my kids too.
I think it's like Astro KB or some shit like that. What was the second one you said?
UFOs.
Oh, UFOs.
Now this is where I start to think that
UFOs are fucking real. You can fuck yourself.
dude, here's the problem. If you're into space and you're into like the idea of UFOs, those are like kind of incompatible concepts if you actually educate yourself about space.
What do you mean?
Like if you start like, okay, like if you start to break down like how would UFOs like the idea of UFOs are predicated on the idea that aliens are like technically advanced enough to reach us and not technically advanced enough for us to not know that they reached us.
But there's like evidence that they have reached us and we know about it. Hey man.
No, absolutely not.
Yes, absolutely.
Do you know the technology that's required? So, okay. So first of all, probably need faster than light travel, right? Do you know the
Mhm.
technology leaps that would be required for faster than light travel?
Well, just because we can't comprehend the technology doesn't mean it doesn't exist in some
Right. But
extraterrestrial way.
okay, so but we're like easily, tens of thousands of years away from, as civilization, from being able to even begin to develop faster than light travel systems, which, by the way, seemingly are technically impossible, break causality. We'll ignore that. Because that's pretty fucking important that it breaks causality, but whatever. So if a civilization was that advanced, though, why the fuck would like the people that see them be fucking hillbillies in the middle of the fucking US? Why wouldn't like what the like why how are they advanced enough to develop faster than light travel, which is crazy, and then leverage it, which, by the way, requires like energy at scales that like we can't even really comprehend, right? And
Mhm.
then be only seen by like fucking like like rednecks in the middle of the central United
Well,
States.
maybe that's who they target.
But like, why wouldn't like they would be so technologically advanced that they wouldn't even look like anything like at that point. I mean, it's such a fucking like we're accepting that they have all this technology, but then we're also accepting that like
They haven't been here.
But we'd have to accept that like the way that we observe them is like through like the shittiest like videos that have ever been produced, filmed on purely like potato powered cell phones. And then like why like
No, there is actually really good footage, and there is also footage like obviously by government like planes and stuff like that exist as well.
I mean, there's footage of UFOs, not aliens, but like UFOs.
Well, I'm saying UFOs. I didn't say aliens. I said UFOs.
Well, but you also said aliens.
Well, I also believe in aliens too.
Right. So like if you think UFOs are aliens, that's where you start to fall off the wagon and say,
Well, I don't think they're like one and the same. I take them kind of differently.
UFOs for sure. I mean, we know that they exist in the sense that they are strictly, unidentified flying objects. Those exist, but and that TBD on what they are.
But they're
definitely
not
aliens.
Right?
They're definitely not aliens.
They're driven by aliens.
They are not driven by aliens. If aliens could get to us, we would like.
Do you think? Do you classify UFOs the same way we do as drones? Then?
Well, I mean, they're just strictly speaking like unidentified flying objects. So like,
if you know it's a drone, that's not UFO. Right?
If we know it's a drone, I mean,
no. But I'm saying like they're powered as if they were a drone. I'm saying like if an alien's
not anything,
if an alien's
not
flying,
thing that's flying that's unidentified.
Okay.
Balloon that some kid
right yeah, like UFOs can be balloons, they could be drones, they could be aliens. They're definitely not. And if you think that they're aliens, then you need to like take some basic physics classes and understand the leaps that would need to happen in technology for it to enable that. Would mean like they would either make their presence known or they would be entirely invisible to us. There is no in between in which like we kind of observe them and they make a bunch of mistakes and oops, maybe they crashed and they look like humans. It's all stupid. That part of it's all stupid.
I asked Trash a question. Trash, what do you think is more likely, aliens or ghosts? Which one do you think is more like?
And this is wait to clarify. Do you mean aliens?
Not like plant. Let's like something with thought.
Well, do you think aliens that have visited us or aliens in the universe?
Visited us. Let's do both. Ghosts that are existing on this.
I think that they are equally probable, in that they have zero probability.
You think ghosts have zero probability?
I think ghosts have zero probability.
No way.
There's no way you believe 0%.
I believe zero probability for both ghosts and aliens that have visited us.
I'll agree on the alien side. But on the ghost side?
I mean, I'm a big believer in just like, like that. I think consciousness and all of this is just a result of, chemical reactions that are happening in your brain. And when you kind of view things that way, like purely from a science-based perspective, it kind of rules out the idea of like ghosts and things like that. I'm
gonna die. I'm gonna go kill myself real quick, and I'm gonna go fly into Jordan's room.
Dude, if you can prove me wrong, that's great. What I think would happen is you would die, and then I just sit here.
Bro, imagine.
And then we'd be like, well, GG no re, I guess. You know?
Oh my god, bro.
But what if I actually smacked you? Would you be like, oh my god?
Yeah, I'd be like, wow, that's cool. And everything, like, I mean, you know,
Yeah,
everything
no,
that I know is a lie.
We
And
make
I'm
some money, bro.
I'd be super stoked. I like the idea that everything that I know is wrong and that it can be undermined by very simple things. However, I have yet to have any either personal experience or, you know, heard, you know, enough evidence and that indicates that that's wrong. Like, we don't know what consciousness is, sure, but it seems like it's probably just a complex chemical interaction in your brain.
Yeah, Trash. Which one do you think?
I think they both exist 100%.
100.
100%. There's no way aliens don't exist. There's just no way.
Well, aliens that have visited us is the
So okay,
is
Jordan.
Man, I
So
still
if
think
we
they visited
define
us, for sure.
define aliens as beings that exist outside of Earth.
Sure. Then I think that there's probably 100% chance.
Okay.
But
Plant somewhere, you know what I
I
mean?
think right. I mean, I don't know what that for. Well, okay. So what I'm gonna say is based on, okay, it's not 100% because there are a lot of unknowns. If the universe is infinite, which currently it looks like it is, then I think that just statistically it basically necessitates that there is additional life outside of the Earth. Like, it just like it just it's a there has to be, like, just the way that infinity quantities of infinity work.
Yeah. So I was gonna ask, like, through like the power of infinity, do you believe that there is also another, like, clone of you somewhere in the world?
I mean, define clone, and this is,
well,
like,
maybe not a clone,
parallel
but like,
universe?
yeah, like there
The
is
multiverse?
another world
I
that
don't
you
believe in that.
exist in.
well,
Someone
so
like
actually
you who looks like you, that's doing
right.
the exact same thing.
There's
as
actually
you.
you don't even have to go to the power of infinities at the universe scale. You can actually just use the many worlds interpretation of quantum mechanics here, where, you know, we have quantum field theory, which is like a probabilistic theory, right? Wherein we are the collapsing of, you know, the observable universe is a collapsing of a wave function, right? But
exactly.
there's an interpretation of this, which is, rather than right. So, like, then the question is, without any observers, does the wave function even collapse? Which is, like, kind of an interesting question. And so there's an interpretation of this, which is that the wave function it doesn't actually ever collapse. And what we are doing is we are observing a particular, you know, probabilistic view of that wave function, but every possible version of that wave function also exists in other, you know, observable worlds, right? So that's definitely, like, I think that's, like, an interesting interpretation of it. I don't know if these things seem to be untestable, but I think that's like an interesting way to interpret you know, probability within, you know, quantum mechanics. But the scale of infinity in the broader universe, with, I mean, it doesn't. So the thing is, like, infinity's wacky in that, like, given an infinite amount of time and sufficient random fluctuations in the quantum fields, they're probably,
Bro, what are you saying right now?
there's probably well, so, like, just given an infinite amount of time and an infinite amount of space, it actually doesn't, like, it doesn't necessitate that there is a clone of me, because I depend on random fluctuations in quantum fields to create me. So they're, like, generally, from my understanding, generally speaking, the accepted ideals here are that it doesn't necessitate, like, you need an infinite amount of time, you need enough randomness in the quantum fields, and then you need an infinite universe. And if you have those three things, then, like, probably there's a clone. But I think it's really tricky because infinities are weird. We don't really understand them. We don't understand physical infinities,
Just the theory.
well. Right. So we understand, like numerical infinities and theoretical infinities, but we don't understand, like, practical, like physical infinities, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's tricky is kind of the answer. Yeah.
Dude, this man watches so many YouTube videos, and then he be talking like this to me, like in our day to day, and I'm just sitting there like.
What I find is impressive is that he's able to like regurgitate this shit.
Dude, that's how his brain works. That's why he's so good. He
But like
remembers-
Jordan, is that like a one-time watch and like instant?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck,
Yeah.
bro.
I mean, like it's a combination of like a lot of material. Like, don't get me wrong, like it's not like there's one video that says all this stuff, but there are, you know, probably a couple hundred videos. Watch each one like once and then can draw the lines between them. I talked to someone who actually had like a real physics education about particularly about Hawking radiation and black hole evaporation, which is like an interesting thing, right? But like how to reconcile black hole evaporation with GR, which is like a really hard. I mean, the answer is we don't know until we have quantum gravity. But but like I was talking to this person and she was like, yeah, like it's a big question mark in physics, and I was like, cool.
Hey, all I'm saying is he didn't go to school for this, so this just proves school is fucking useless.
I have zero formal
Did you
education.
not? Okay, look, listen, we're
I
clipping
can't
all of this.
I can't disprove anything he said because I just don't know.
I
That's what
mean,
I'm
what I
saying.
said is all like I didn't say anything like that meaningful, granted. But
Bruh.
like
There's like 69 different words I gotta go to the dictionary to fucking figure out.
Bro, this is what happens when your parents encourage you. That's what someone said.
This is what a nurturing childhood results in. This is it.
The
No
man that my parents wish we
spanking.
were. He's the
Like-
man that-
All right, I'm gonna stop spanking my child. Shit, I want a Jordan.
Trash.
I need a
Yeah,
Jordan.
you need to go talk to Jordan's dad or his parents. You'd be like, "Lil, what did you do?"
All right, I'm gonna go get a full-time job at the government now.
I mean, like but the thing is, like, I can't explain any of the math behind anything that I'm saying. So, like, I understand like theory, right? I understand like high-level theory. I understand like generally how quantum fields operate, but I can't like speak to any of the like particulars of the math. I only understand like some of it is like really fuzzy. I have really like weird abstractions about how they work, but
That's me with coding, you know what I'm saying?
I think one of the questions in the chat while you were explaining it was, but can you center a div?
I can for sure.
dude, centering a div, you know, I get that this is a meme, but like flex item center, justify center is like that's existed and it's so easy. Like I get that it's a meme
Without
but it's
flex.
also like without flex. Why without flex?
Let's just say you using some without
Margin
flex.
auto, bro. Margin auto.
Yeah, MX like Vargin auto.
Is it
like,
zero auto or is it just auto?
well, do you want XY padding or do you want like Y padding? Sorry.
We're just trying to center.
Then it's zero auto. Like center what along what axis, right?
Or use grid, yeah.
Yeah, you could use grid. I mean, old browser, go fuck yourself. Don't use an old browser. Like that's pretty easy. Because you work for the government. Don't work for the government. Like these are all easy problems.
Yo, government uses Chrome now. Let's go.
Actually?
Yeah,
What the
it's
fuck?
lit.
Y'all aren't on IE8 or whatever?
They're on
Used to
Chrome
be.
version 7.
Now we're on. Yeah, we got the first version of Chrome that came out.
Still
Yeah.
behind, but we're leveling up.
Yeah, dude, this shit's awesome.
Can you center a div in an HTML email?
See, now that's a more interesting question because that's a real constraint. That.
What's the
HTML
constraint?
and email is so hard.
What is it?
So it's basically like a tiny subset of HTML that's like mostly tables.
So it's like XML.
No,
Oh.
it's like a small subset of HTML.
Oh.
Yeah, we had to make an arrow. We just had a V and we just rotated that shit to the side. This shit was lit. I was like, yo, can you make like a chevron? He's like, yeah, I got you. V, rotate, bitch.
Well, because otherwise, I don't even know if SVGs and emails like really. I don't know if SVGs are valid.
There a
No,
right
no.
here. Like there's a right like bracket.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I don't know, man.
but why use a right bracket when you can write a V and rotate?
And
it?
rotate it. Idiot. God. Sheesh.
Yeah, I have no context on it.
Child's just like, it's like
Yeah, I
dude,
worked on an email client on stream and got into the rendering of HTML emails, and it's a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, I would never. I think one of my last streams someone was talking about it. I was like, bro, I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. Like, this is over my head. Like,
Dude, when
too
he said
much.
quantum mechanics or whatever the fuck he said, I was like, bro.
Dude, how can you be into like astronomy and not into quantum mechanics?
well, when I
I can't
heard Trash
like
say
explain it that in depth, but it's like I just like looking at the planets. Dude. Can I just not like look at them?
Oh my fucking god, dude.
hey, bro, this is Trash's this is Trash's love of astronomy. Ready? Everyone, zoom in here.
That's literally me.
I see the photos from the telescope. They're pretty. I love planets.
I like astronomy. When he said I like astronomy, I thought he was talking about like fucking zodiac signs or whatever the fuck.
That's astrology.
Oh,
Dude,
astrology.
oh my god.
I do not believe in astrology. I think that's the dumbest shit. My
Pisces
sister
sign.
and my wife are like, "Oh my god, you're a Gemini. You're such." I'm like, "Bitch, shut up."
But you say that to your wife?
Absolutely. And then she goes, "Fuck you," and I'm like, "When?" And then she doesn't talk to me for a month. And that's pretty much it.
Bro, that's a healthy relationship.
Well, I mean, like my relationship with most people is usually just a very sarcastic, mean banter back and forth, and that's pretty much how I like communicate that like I don't hate you. That's pretty much how it translates to my love life.
Do you not like find that as like fucking weird though?
I can't help it. It's just
No. I like because I do it too, and like I feel like whenever we're getting to this talk, but like I feel like whenever I talk to some females and they're like really mean to you, that means they like you. And I'm like, how's that,
Bro, females is like, I don't know. Anytime someone says females, I assume that they're an incel.
What?
I don't know what it is.
What do you want me to say? Women?
Women. We don't call you males.
That's
Some
true.
males come by.
That's
call
true.
me alpha male. Shit.
All right, fine.
We'll call
I don't
you
know.
alpha male.
Yeah, that's it. No one has ever said that
I
word.
do, motherfucker.
All right,
But
fine.
if I took my shirt off and had alpha male tattooed on my chest,
I would die. I think I would die.
Wait, Trash. How
What if I
many
was just
subs? How many subs?
Shit. Yeah.
How many subs do we do it?
10 billion.
No.
To get alpha male on my chest.
Chat 500 subs to Trash and we'll do it.
I am not gonna ruin my life for 500.
You'd improve your life.
Yeah, we'll do it in Chinese letters.
Dude, think about the bar fights that you could get into.
Don't worry, dude.
Wait, but he does jujitsu. He'd be fine.
Not anymore. I suck.
Dude, I saw him wrestle and felt him wrestle.
You wrestled Chow too.
It's true.
I mean, Chow just gave me the Chow felt like he was like trying not to kill me. You felt like you were trying to kill me.
I was trying to pick you up, and I just couldn't. Okay,
Dude, I don't.
I tried to. So I wanted to trip you, but I was also thinking about you smacking your head on something, and I was like, you know, I ain't gonna do him like that.
Speak of
Yeah,
that.
we needed like the big. What we should have done was bought the sumo suits from The Office, but they're $1,000.
That's what I thought you were gonna get. and then you
Okay.
I
got
wanted
those
to buy
fucking
them, but they're
no padding.
$1,000.
I pretty much should have just wrestled you with what I had on at the
It would have
time.
probably been it would have been easier and more effective if we just wrestled like with nothing
Facts.
Yeah, we should have all just got naked and started wrestling. To be honest.
Oil up. Get in a fucking like one of those pens that you put those bowls in.
Lube in there.
What?
You know those like inflatable pens that you put the fucking mechanical bull that you ride.
Or it's like the things that turn.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We get in
one.
one of those without the bowl. Just get fucking lubed up. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, we should do IRL Fall Guys type shit like that. That'd be
Yo,
so
wait.
Oh my
That'd
god.
be so funny.
Wait. Okay, no,
That'd be
listen.
so
We can
hard
actually
to
do
say.
this. We can actually do this. There are fucking like American Ninja Warrior gyms.
Yeah.
We could just fucking
Those are
ask them.
hard.
We can ask them to rent it out, and then we'll just
I
say,
mean, I'm guessing that in the contract when you rent it out, they say you can't lube up the entire fucking gym.
That's one of the check boxes. You will not use lube.
Oh no, here's a real idea. We do it under Blip. That way they sue the company. We have no assets, and then the company just goes out of business, but we still got to do it.
yeah, exactly. We just save ourselves. I'm down. But like, we don't lube the equipment. We lube ourselves. So it's minimal cleanup. Okay. and then we run through these things and fucking record it, maybe stream it. I'm down. Listen,
I'll wear a GoPro on my head and stream it.
Mr. Beast video or something.
actually though, like actually, he like fucking recreated the what's the
games.
show? Yeah. He recreated that shit. We could do our own. We could do Fall Guys and then dress up as the Fall Guys people.
Oh my god, that'd be so cute.
Can we make this happen? We're speaking into the existence, so.
Yeah, I'll look up if there's anything in San Diego. I'll
Bro,
figure it
I'm gonna show up to a
Wait,
to
and then we
American
do a
Ninja Warrior
live
gym. I'm
watch
not gonna do
party.
anything.
We do a live watch party. We invite people from the community to come watch.
I would get so tired so fast.
But that's
I'd
the
be
best
like,
part,
"All right, I'm gonna
Trash."
go to the bar. I'm just gonna walk away.
Because then you get tired, and then you're still forced to go through the fucking obstacles because you're there.
No way, I throw up. Actually, what exactly are y'all's plans for TwitchCon? Like, what are y'all planning on doing?
No idea. I just wanted to. We have a lot of friends, so we have some Apex.
Well,
people.
okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I
Mel's
don't.
gonna do a thing, so I'll probably go to Mel's thing, and then that's pretty much the only. We don't have friends in San Diego like that live there, apart from people going to TwitchCon. So I don't think I have anyone else to hang out.
Have you guys been at TwitchCon before?
Yeah, I went twice.
This is my first
Yeah, I've been
time.
once.
What do you do there?
They
What
have a
happens?
big expo floor, so it's like a bunch of video game companies and a bunch of other stuff are there, so you can get free stuff. They had a laser tag last time I went, or a Nerf gun battle, like a arena, which was really fun. So we should try and do that. And then they just have like meet and greets with like streamers, and then they have the partner lounge, and then they have like it's just like walking around and talking. They have events, but I didn't go to any of the ones where they talk about stuff because I was like, whatever. And then I did for each one, I got my ticket for free because I did TwitchCon hackathon. So then I had to actually like code something. Then I would go to the hackathon. They gave me free like stuff. They gave me like a cute little bag for like my like necessities. And so I have like these cute little makeup bags now. And then I just built like something like 2 bots both years. And then that's it.
Interesting.
It's easy.
Is Twitch Rivals the like tournament or whatever the hell that they do with like the streamers?
Is that the Fortnite one, or is it pretty much any game?
Jordan played in it last time. It's any
Wait, what?
In 2019.
Wait, do you
What-
have to
what
sign?
game?
Can you play it like as a viewer?
Any partner can sign up to do it. So when they come up,
It's
but we pick a team. Yeah.
Bruh,
Valorant with Chow.
I'm not, dude. You can't pay me to play Valorant.
Hello.
bruh, come on.
What game was the Twitch Rivals? Was it like Fortnite or some shit?
Apex.
Oh, Apex.
Imagine this one is a PUBG, dude. Okay, I see Twitch staff. Someone gave me Twitch partner so I can get into this October Twitch
Discount.
Rivals. I'm trying. No, discount
yeah.
too. I need the 50% off. Your boy's struggling.
Yeah, I'm about
It's
to go
actually,
sign up.
I think it's kind of fucked that partners get half off, but that's just me.
I mean, when I saw 50%, or when you guys said 50%, I was like, what the fuck?
I think they're incentivizing partners to go because of that. Because they're like, hey, it's cheaper.
Yeah, that's true.
Some more people will like show up.
Yeah.
Oh, smart.
I need to see if
guess.
Timmy's going because I know you said you want to meet Timmy.
I'm gonna hang out with Timmy. I'm gonna hang out. with...
Timmy's cool. I like
Timmy's
Timmy.
cool. Timmy's cool.
I wanna be able to say that.
The motherfucker's tall.
Wow. I don't know.
I'll
It's
ask.
pretty much I'm making my best friend when I
I
get.
don't think I've met Timmy.
I'll ask if he's going. I don't know if he's going yet.
Just gonna hang out with Shroud, because me and Shroud go way back.
Dude,
my dad.
speaking of,
He's playing today, isn't he? Yeah,
he's gonna go live in the next 7 minutes. Their match is 1 p.m. against Guard.
Sen first. I don't even know who the fuck guard is. I don't even know who Sen is.
Sentinels. Yo, I'm about to do a watch party, not on stream, but I was gonna do a watch party for the match.
So fun.
Dude,
I want to watch this. It's Shroud's first
first
thing again, game again.
professional match in like years.
Yes, no.
Wouldn't it be so funny if he bottom fragged?
No, here's the thing though. That's not his role though, because he's playing smokes.
I don't even know what
So
that
watching
means.
Shroud,
I still think it'd be really funny if he was just like it's like his first match back and he's just
but
like,
like look who he's
0
going
and
up
12.
like look who he's playing with, like Shazam, 10, Zelsis, Dapper, like they're all fucking cracked at the game.
I didn't know Zachary Levi plays Valorant.
Who?
Shazam. He's just making a stupid joke that no one's gonna get. It's fine. Look at his face.
That was a banger line. I'm sorry.
Zachary Levi?
Yeah, the actor who plays Shazam in the movie Shazam.
You're so dumb.
It's so like in there. You had to know.
That's
Dude, he has had 51,000 viewers already. Holy shit.
Ooh.
Shroud, bro.
Yeah,
Wait, is he
imagine,
streaming right now?
Yeah,
He's streaming right now.
Wait, he's streaming the LCQs?
yeah.
What?
Well, it's a watch party. It's not
party.
him.
Oh, it's his girlfriend, I think. But yeah,
Oh, Hannah's streaming it. Okay. I was gonna say,
it's
like,
crazy.
what the fuck?
They have 50,000 viewers.
Dude, so Tarek does the watch parties. It gets more viewers than the actual event itself.
I think watch parties are fun. I like the idea of like you could watch a pro kind of commentate on something. So it's like having like a pro football player talk about a football game. It's like interesting. You know, I like it. I think it's kind of cool.
I tried doing that for a conference. Didn't work the same.
Coding doesn't really, the video that I have planned for y'all is going to be funny. I think that's like the way to take coding content to be more fun. I feel like it's really
that shit's gonna be hard.
Okay, so Chow, you're not in this one, but the one that I'm having them do, it's a different one. You don't know JavaScript as much as so the idea is I have to figure out which code is Jordan's code. And so I'm giving like a bunch of people the same prompts, and I have to look at the code and then figure out which one is the one that Jordan wrote.
I'm just gonna console log my name.
I think that'd be funny. So I'm trying to get that.
This motherfucker
like a
sent
skit?
me the.
No, it's like one of those videos. Like girlfriend guesses which code her boyfriend wrote.
Okay.
It's like a straight up interview.
It's
like harder than like some interviews I've done.
Bro. I give you easy questions.
I'm like,
Look, my younger brother is doing it. Okay.
I already finished it. I'm already done.
Oh shit, you did? Really?
No.
Oh,
Wait, is there never mind. I'll ask offline.
okay, no worries. But yeah.
Anyways.
This was fun, Chow. I like this.
Yeah.
Let's do this again because I know I gotta go. Let's cap it at 2 hours. That will be our.
Yeah, that's a good cap.
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta go.
Was
hit
there
the watch party.
anything usable here?
Yeah,
100%.
Some shit for TikTok.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do the one where you just start talking about quantum mechanics.
I was gonna do that too.
All of our faces.
I was gonna do it too. Oh my god. There's so much gold in here. I was gonna do one about the ghosts.
The ghost was so good.
The ghost is content. That shit was gold as fuck. But dude, yeah, we need to do this more. We need to do this more often. Like maybe
What are you using for this? This is the VDO.
Video.ninja. It's so I literally hooked this up last minute and it works so well.
Is it free?
Yeah, it's free, completely free. You don't need to sign in or anything. You just like the link I sent you guys and you join in and then you add the room as a browser source on OBS and you're done.
You gotta get Mel on here next time. She's hilarious.
Yeah, we gotta get Mel. I think
How does it work with odd people?
Yeah,
It's a cap of 4?
I think it caps at 4.
Oh.
Yeah. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens.
Just rotate the folks.
Yeah. But anyways, this
Sweet.
is great.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you guys later. Stream. This was fun.
Bye. See ya.
Bye. See ya. And we'll talk on the next one, I think.
We'll figure out what this cadence is gonna be.
Yeah, we'll figure it out offline.
Bye.
All right.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
The vape man.
Peace. Peace, my boys. The vape man.
Can they hear us?
Yeah, they can still hear us.
Oh, man, those people suck.
Fuck this stream.
Whoever's in
Dude, I've
charge